So the new Arcane Crystal tier is officially live inside the game. There's definitely a lot of heat, and there are 2 new themes as well, all dropping at the same time. So there's a total of 50 new Arcane Crystal cards coming to the game, and there's 48 theme cards as well. So we got almost 100 new cards in the game. Pretty insane time for sure. So the first card is Joe Smith with the Golden State Warriors. For the Golden State Warriors, we got Isaac Okoro for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Cam Reddish for the Lakers, Denny Avija for the Washington Wizards. We got Quentin Grimes for the Detroit Pistons, former Nick right there. Markelle Fultz for the Orlando Magic. Monte Morris for the Timberwolves. Josh Hart, let's go, for the New York Knicks. You already know. We got Max Strus for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Brent Barry for the Spurs. Tyson Chandler for the Mavericks. Karl Malone for the Jazz. He's craftable. Allen Houston, let's go. Knicks legend for sure. Alperen Sengun for the Rockets. Rashard Lewis for the Thunder. Yusuf Nurkic for the Trailblazers. Draymond Green for the Warriors. Kevin Martin for the Kings. Deron Williams for the Nets. Nate Archibald for the Kings. Marcus Camby for the Nuggets. Sean Marion for the Suns. Moses Moody for the Warriors. Cason Wallace for the Thunder. Larry Johnson for the Hornets. Chris Middleton for the Bucks. He's craftable. Jabari Smith Jr. for the Rockets. Grant Hill for the Pistons, and he's craftable as well. Jeremy Lin for the Rockets is craftable as well. Stephon Marbury, let's get it. Knicks Nation. Austin Reeves for the Lakers. Manu Bol for the 76ers. Cade Cunningham for the Pistons. Isaiah Thomas for the Suns. Tracy McGrady for the Raptors. Alonzo Mourning for the Heat. James Harden for the Clippers. Chris Bosh for the Raptors. Elvin Hayden for the Wizards. Jamie Jaquez Jr. for the Heat. Lonzo Ball for the Bulls. Andrew Wiggins for the Warriors. Paul Gasol for the Lakers. John Stockton for the Jazz. Anthony Edwards for the Timberwolves. An announcement this year that his stats have been increased as well. So this could be a crazy card. Jason Terry for the Hawks. Kevin McHale for the Celtics. Antoine Walker for the Celtics. David Robinson for the Spurs. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the Lakers. Let's go into each position, and I will break down which cards I think are going to be gems. And in the comment section, let me know which Arcane Crystal cards are you hype about, right? We're going to go into the rest of the theme after this, but I'm just curious to see where the hype is at. So there's a total of 11 new point guards. I think the best point guards for this group are going to be Cade Cunningham. They're going to be John Stockton, right, if you want a prototype point guard who can hit a spot-up shot. Lonzo Ball will be a good defender for your team. Cade Cunningham, I think, is a good sleeper inside his game. He gives you height that you need to defend against the faster and smaller point guards. He also has decent playmaking, a decent mid-range shot, and he can drive to the rim. Stephon Marbury will be very similar to Allen Iverson. Difference is he's playing at the point guard position. Jeremy Lin will fall into the same bracket as Stephon Marbury, but Marbury is the better player. He's a much better scorer and a better defender. So those will be the players that I think are the gems for the point guard position. The shooting guard, we'll go through it quickly. Max Strus has a very good jump shot in his game. Like, he has a smooth release from three-point shots, so don't sleep on him. Allen Houston is a bucket as well. Really good jump shooter in his game. But he's a pure scorer, right? So don't expect him to do anything else. He plays a very similar role to Ray Allen. Kevin Martin, another bucket getter. Tracy McGrady is one of the top tier shooting guards in his game. One of the best all around as well. So is James Harden. He's definitely one of the best playmaking shooting guards in his game. And Anthony Edwards is next level. So if his stat increases, I think he could be right up there with these 2 other shooting guards as some of the top tier shooting guards in NBA 2K Mobile. Small forward, let's go through this. I think Josh Hart is a good all-around player. Definitely with the right gear. If you got a power forward on your team who cannot rebound, Josh Hart can help fill that void. So he could be a sneaky pick. Sean Marion, I think, is really good all around. Really good scorer. You just got to get used to his very different jump shot style. Grant Hill probably is the best option out of all the small forwards, and he might be the #1 option to craft as well. He's one of the best players inside this game, man. Do not sleep on Grant Hill. So power forwards, y'all know Karl Malone is one of the best scoring power forwards in this game. Really a beast in the paint and in the post. He could be another solid option to craft as well. Rashard Lewis is one of the best stretch bigs inside this game. He can be a very good three-point shooter for your team. Draymond Green is very good all around. Larry Johnson is a gem. Very explosive. Look at him as a Sean Kemp who can shoot a jump shot as well. Chris Bosh is a very good stretch big as well. Kevin McHale is very dominant in the paint. very good offensive rebounder. Antoine Walker is another good stretch big who can shoot really well from the corners. But since Tyson Chandler is a very good rebounder and defender for head-to-head. Marcus Camby is another good defender and rebounder for head-to-head. Manu Bo is head-to-head cheese, one of the best shot blockers. Very dominant in the paint. He's a really good post scorer as well. Alonzo Mourning is a really good center too. Paul Gasol is one of the best stretch centers in my opinion. He can hit the corner tray. He can hit the mid-range, really good on the pick and roll. David Robinson has a really good mid-range, really good defender and rebounder. So the centers for this Arcane Crystal tier are very good. And of course, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar will be one of the elite centers in this game. We're jumping into the best of the West. It's being kicked off with a Chaos Diamond, George Gervin. So the Iceman is a card in his theme and is craftable. Now I just want to take a quick look at the last theme just to see what the power increase is. So compared to the last theme, the Chaos Diamonds were 257. This card was 259, so you can see the powers are already increasing for the lower tiers. So this will help you out if you're trying to get into that next tier and you're not there yet. And if you look at the playoff cards, right, Halliburton is 263 because they made it to the next round, but Bam Adebayo was 256. So the increase will help you out, especially if you're able to do it for all your players. Next player in this team is James Worthy. He's craftable as well. His ability is Gear Master, which is great because it allows you to grind your shoes and earn more gear points. For the Zircons, they're being kicked off by Steve Nash. Now the ability has changed for the Zircons, it looks like. He has Western Conference loyalty, a very good ability. So power is increased by 15% when 2 other Western Conference cards on your lineup. That is easy to do. And it's those abilities that give your team an advantage when going into an event. So it's very important when considering your team building that you look at the abilities as well, right? Don't always look at the rarities because you can have some gems that are much better than a higher tier because of the ability. I'll give you a great example. I'm still using the Aquamarine All-Star Anthony Edwards. Next card is Alex English. This is a sleeper right here. He is a bucket getter from back in the day. We got a David Robinson who's craftable. We got a John Stockton who's craftable. He's kicking off the Cobalt tier. We got a Carmelo Anthony for the Nuggets. That should be fun. New Kobe Bryant. We got a Garnett Karl Malone who's craftable. We got a Garnett Jason Kidd. Clyde Drexler who's craftable. A craftable Aquamarine Manu Ginobili. Magic Johnson. Wow, there's some heat here. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So it's nice to see these legends for the lower tiers as well. Should be great for my second account too. We got a Purple Sapphire Tony Parker who's craftable. Rick Barry. Elgin Baylor, rest in peace. We got Rose Quartz Paul Gasol. Jerry West who's craftable. Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Let's get it. Pete Maravich who is craftable. So he's one of the first Arcane Crystal theme cards. He is craftable. We got an Arcane Crystal Kevin Garnett. Let's get it. A Shaquille O'Neal. That is what I'm talking about. Tim Duncan. This team is stacked. I didn't even get into the East yet. But we're going to stop right there. I'm going to recap real quick. Duncan, Shaq, Kevin Garnett. Those are elite cards. And if one of those cards are reward cards, that will be pretty solid. I'm hoping it's Kevin Garnett. And he's also at the center position. He's going to be a mismatch. I also think the Cobalt players got some really good scores, man. Some certified buckets for sure. Carmelo Anthony and Kobe, 2 of the best scorers in this game. And I also think the Aquamarine players got a solid lineup as well. Manu Ginobili's great in this game. Magic is probably one of the best point guards in the game. Magic is one of the top point guards in the game. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is one of the elite centers as well. And then this Rose Quartz Hakeem Olajuwon could be the best player in this team. Insane. So now we're going into the Beast of the East, man. I don't know how you can top that last theme. That theme was insane. We got a Chauncey Billups Chaos Diamond. He's craftable. We got Dennis Rodman at Chaos Diamond. This is a sleeper. So for those of you that are new to the game and you have an opportunity to craft a player after grinding a mini event, I will craft Dennis Rodman. You're not going to regret it. He's the best rebounder in this game. And if you surround him with scorers, all you need him to do is crash the glass and you're set. We got Dave DeBusschere, Knicks legend. Let's go. Zircon tier. We got Sam Jones who's craftable. We got Earl the Pro Moreau, another Knicks legend. Let's go. Scottie Pippen, craftable. We got a craftable Scottie Pippen. He is another solid player for the Cobalt rarity. We got a Bill Walton. We got Isaiah Thomas who's craftable. So it looks like the Cobalts can have a really solid team after this theme, right? They don't take a lot of collectibles to craft. They're looking pretty good so far. We got a craftable Elvin Hayes, Dr. J, that's a bucket. We got Patrick Ewing, Knicks Nation, you already know. We got a new Wes Unseld who's craftable. We got a craftable Willis Reed, Knicks legend, rest in peace. He's craftable too, and he's a gem. Y'all seen him last season. He was really good for the Chaos Diamonds. We got a Dwayne Wade. We got a new Walt Frazier for the Purple Sapphire. I'm loving all the Knicks, man. Big shout out for sure. We got a new Chris Bosh who's craftable. Dominique Wilkins. And then for the Rose Quartz, we got a Ray Allen. He is a bucket. Allen Iverson who's craftable. Very good shooting guard. He's definitely one of the best shooting guards in the game. We got a Paul Pierce who's craftable. And then kicking off the new Arcane Crystals, we got Oscar Robertson. Really good point guard. Mr. Triple-Double, right? Will Chamberlain. One of the dominant centers in this game. Larry Legend. Yeah, I know Larry Legend is a bucket. Arguably the best scoring small forward in the game. And then we got one of the GOATs, Michael Jordan, kicking off the Arcane Crystal as a craftable card. And listen, I said Hakeem Olajuwon was the best player in this team. We got a competitor right here with Michael Jordan. Your team will be crazy across all accounts. It doesn't matter what tier you're in. There's a gem for every tier. I'm excited about this team, man. Let me know in the comment section what player you hype about for the Arcane Crystals. And if you're not an Arcane Crystal tier, what player you hype for the Best of the West and the Beast of the East, each tier. Because having 48 new players added to the game that are all legends is insane. So now that we broke down the themes, let's go over the event rewards. So according to the official announcement, it's 2 new themes, both in upcoming events. Both give style bonus for the next 3 weeks. The first event is going to be Power Cap. The final reward is going to be the Kevin Garnett, the center position. I'm very happy about that. The Ray Allen and the Dominique Wilkins. So all very good cards. The next reward is going to be Overtime. The final reward for the hardcore leaderboard and the leaderboard progression is Michael Jordan. Massive W to NBA 2K Mobile, allowing Jordan to be the event reward. Mind you, Kobe was just the shot clock challenge reward, which a lot of players were able to get as well. So that's a massive W. Paul Gasol at the power forward position. I completely missed that. So that's a solid alternate position card as well. And then Walt Frazier. So I'm happy about that too. Y'all already know. Then the final event is going to be Gauntlet, which is my favorite event. First reward will be Brent Barry. Hakeem Olajuwon is the second reward. And I told you, I feel he's one of the best cards in his team. And then Oscar Robertson will be the final reward. Overall, between the playoffs team and this team here, you're going to have a really solid lineup once everything is done. And if it works out, I think the finals team will be after this. There will be a ton more legends than that as well. So pretty exciting time for NBA 2K Mobile. Now some bullet points, right? Events give collectibles for both teams. So you're going to get collectibles for East and West, just like the playoffs team. There's going to be a craftable Allen Iverson, Jerry West, and Chris Bosh at alternate positions. I completely missed that as well. So I need to go back to the catalog and check that out. And then it says, starting today, your chances to get the top cards and packs are better than ever. That's very good news right there to hear that the odds are being increased. That's a W as well. So let me know in the comment section, folks. What players are you excited about, man? Who are you hyped for this team? And are y'all ready to grind for even more legendary players for your team, man? I'm excited, especially because of the second account that I'm working on. We're progressing on there. We got the next episode dropping hopefully tomorrow or on Wednesday, right? Because we are going to be dropping pack openings for the Beast of the East and the Best of the West. And of course, we'll have more content coming out as well. So as always, I do appreciate the support. I will catch everyone in the next one. Stay ballin'.